KUGAN CASSIUS Rifle TV in association with MTK Global. We're at the London press conference here for Joseph Parker versus Higgins Fury, ahead of their clash on Saturday in Manchester. I'm joined by Joseph Parker. How are you, Joseph?
Me, I'm great.
Yeah?
Yeah, I feel good.
Your beard's looking the part, I can see.
Yeah, I mean, it just shows that I've been working very hard. I didn't have time to get to a shaver and shave in camp, you know, just been training.
Absolutely. Just a word, obviously, on the introduction of that press conference here today. I asked you in the press conference, but your promoter, David Higgins, obviously had a few issues to get off his chest, whether he did it in the right way or not, and obviously Peter Fury was enraged. What did you make of that situation?
I think he wanted to prove a point. I think just things happen in boxing. You can never, like, that was pretty tame compared to what happens in other press conferences. I think it was just like, all right, that happened, all right, carry on. But I think he wanted to prove a point. He obviously went back and they had a bit of an argument, but I guess you can never be surprised.
What's your opinion on the situation regarding the referee and the judges, which has obviously been highlighted a lot over the last week or so?
Yeah.
How are you with it at the moment?
I think it would be awesome to be fighting on an even playing field, but again, it's not my place to sort of take control. You know, my goal, what I have to do is train hard and be in great shape, and I feel like I've done that, and I'm here to fight. But you know, it doesn't really worry me. But no, I feel like my team are a bit worried because they want to be, you know, be even. You've got to box on an even playing field.
I mean, is it your objective to kind of take that decision away from referee judges and have that in your destiny to knock Higgins Fury out?
Yeah, I don't want to leave it to the judges, and I don't want to leave it to the judges and the ref here. I want to leave it in my own hands, and I've said it a lot of times that I do want to knock him out, and that's just boxing, you know. I feel like I can. I'm confident in my ability, and I don't know. I might catch him on the chin or the liver. I don't know. You pick, and I'll do it.
You're obviously coming away from New Zealand here in Manchester, away from your comfort zone. How happy are you that this fight is taking place in Manchester, which is effectively Hughie's backyard?
I'm actually very happy and excited to be here because, you know, we've always wanted to fight here in the UK. What better way to do it than to, you know, start with an undefeated fighter who's also young and hungry, wants to win the world title. And I think being a world champion, you've got to fight around the world. Not just, you know, we fought in New Zealand a lot of times and we're based there, but being the world champion, you've got to travel around and defend your belt, and wherever it is, so be it.
About 6 weeks ago, we saw photos of Higgins Fury training in David Haye's gym. We saw some footage and training of you training in David Haye's gym. There was some big conspiracy regarding Higgins Fury and David Haye and whatever back then, and then we saw you there the other day training, so I suppose that's just what it was. You guys were training at the gym.
I think he was just training at the gym and had some sparring there and stayed in the same hotel. We did the same thing, so thanks to Dave for letting us use his gym. Obviously, he's been very helpful to us since we've been here. He always said he's got eyes and ears everywhere, so if he wants to watch us, let him watch us. I'll look for the camera and smile if there's one somewhere. But no, I'm not worried. No, I've been training hard and I'm not worried about any of these things happening in the background. You know, focus on fighting and feeling good.
Alongside this build-up, there's been constant talk of, specifically you, but your team meeting with other promoters, kind of mapping out your future, which is kind of their job to do. You know, you're focused on Saturday, but their job is to see, you know, you winning and then taking it further from there. But has that been sort of any sort of distraction in your head of the talk of the Anthony Joshuas, Tony Bellews, etc.? Has that been any sort of distraction in your head?
No distraction to me. Like you said, you know, promoter's job is to meet with other promoters and plan things for the future. Kevin and I know what our job is, and that's to fight Higgins Fury this Saturday. And once we fight him and get past him, then we can think about other fights in the future. So I think the promoters are doing their things, but we're just sticking to what we have to do. Is
it the plan that you will fight again this year in December or not?
Yeah, I'd love to. Yeah. I think our plan is to fight this fight on Saturday. Hopefully everything goes well, then fight again in December. And we've had a long break, or we haven't really had a lot of fights this year. We've been less, not as active as other years, you know. So we want to get in about three fights a year, maybe 4.
We've seen Anthony Joshua fight that you've been linked with and were close to fighting not too long ago, obviously going in against Kubrat Pulev for his mandatory defence of his IBF title. What's your thoughts on that fight?
I feel Pulev will put on a good fight, but I think he'll come out on top, Joshua.
Yeah.
He's young, hungry, powerful, champion. So I feel like he'll overcome what Pulev's going to bring.
Just finally, obviously, I know you're focused on this week, but next year, if things were to go well for you this week, objective is to unify and become undisputed world champion?
Yeah, the goal is to, my goal is to unify, be undisputed champion, but get past this fight and then hopefully make those big fights, and spend more time here because the heavyweight division is booming, so I want to be a part of it.
Your thoughts on the Canelo and Golovkin scoring from the weekend?
I thought that Golovkin won, but no, it was a great fight, great fight with two explosive fighters. But I think he did win. I'm not quite sure how they made it a draw, but I guess like I said, anything can happen in boxing. You can't be surprised. It just happens.
Absolutely. My friend just phoned me about 20 minutes ago. He said, "Where are you?" I said, "I'm at a press conference with Joseph Parker." And he said, "Oh, the Australian fella." I went, "No." I corrected him straight away. Don't worry.
Yeah, okay, good.
I corrected him straight away. I said, "No." I said, "You can't say things like that."
Yeah.
I said, "He's a New Zealander and we'll take a great deal of offence to that." So I've just got off the phone to him now. He went, "That's what I meant." I was like, "No, you can't say things like that." Joseph, have you got anything else you'd like to add?
No, just tune in to a great fight. I promise you, I want to put on a great performance. You'll see.
Sorry, just one more thing. This fight is obviously on YouTube. This is quite a new thing here. Mick Hennessy was talking about it here earlier on in the press conference. What are your thoughts on that? My
thoughts are, it's great to see them trying new things. YouTube is a big channel where a lot of people use and watch things on. So it's good to see them trying it and hopefully see how it goes. Hopefully it goes well for them.
I think it's a good move. I mean, I've become a superstar on YouTube, so I'm going to promote it.
Yeah.
It's fun.
I know. I feel you.
I'm joking. I really am not. But all right, listen. We'll catch up with you later on in the week. I'm sure it's going to be an interesting week ahead of Saturday night. So best of luck.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
All right.